What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and unfortunately there are still no answers in the Quinton Simon case. But it is swirling around right now that a certain someone, holds all the answers. That certain someone being Danny. Who's Danny, you ask? Danny is Leilani's boyfriend. Listen, I know it is becoming difficult to keep up with all these people. It's like a new person added every day. We have Michael. We have Paul, we have Danny, we have Joe, we have Billy Joe, we have Bubba. It almost feels like Duck Dynasty meets Jerry Springer. Freaking Little House on the Prairie meets the Maury Povich show. I don't even know what type of case I am looking at anymore. I don't even know if we could call this a true crime case at this point, because it's turning into like a National Lampoon's movie. I don't know. I feel like I'm watching something starring Seth Rogen from like 2007. But anyway, Michael, who's Michael, you ask? Michael, which is, I guess, Billy Joe's stepson. I don't know where these people are coming from. They're crawling out of the woodworks. It's like, hey, you supposedly kill a child in your family, and cousins and brothers and sisters you never met, they just come crawling to defend you. But anyway, Michael has been on live streams saying something about Danny telling the family that he holds all the answers. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, if that's true, what in the hell does that supposed to mean? Mind you, if I were you, I would take this information with a grain of salt. You know, I'm not necessarily believing anything this family says. And I know that they're trying to pin the situation on Danny. Although I do think it's sus that Danny ran away, but they're saying, and Michael's gone on multiple live streams repeating himself, saying that Danny said something along the lines before he left and skipped town, that Danny told the family that he holds all the answers. So assuming that is true, and I'm not saying it's true, I want to make that very clear. I'm not saying this is true. This is just what is being thrown out there by someone in Leilani's family. So it's in their best interest to defend Leilani and to muddy the waters. But let's just say it's true. Let's say Danny said something along the lines of having all the answers. What do you all think that means? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll tell you what I think it means in just a moment. But first, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and drop a thumbs up. Now, in my honest opinion, if it's true, I don't think this necessarily means that Danny did it and he holds all the answers to it. I think it means, or maybe more so, I think more likely it's that Danny knows what happened and that Leilani did it. But Danny doesn't want to just come out and spill the beans. Now, of course, Danny could be working with law enforcement. I think that is very likely. I think it's very likely that Danny is cooperating. Okay? Maybe that's why law enforcement feels so sure about everything they're working with here. They seem to be confident that Leilani did it and that Quinton is in the landfill. And to be that confident, they have to have something. Now, of course, we all know they supposedly pinged the phone, or they have a video of her at the dumpsters in a trailer park. But do you really think that Danny just skated out of town and didn't say anything? Do you think for 1 second that Danny doesn't know anything? Now, there's been a lot of stuff swirling around. Even Billy Joe, Leilani's family themselves, has said that they think maybe an accident happened in the bathtub, correct? Now, we've been operating under the assumption that Danny saw Quinton alive around 6 a.m. So if something happened in the bathtub, Danny never saw Quinton alive at 6 a.m. But if Danny did see Quinton alive at 6 a.m., then that means something didn't happen in the bathtub. Now, if something happened between the hours and between 6 and 9, I think, now, of course it could be an accident still, but I think that would more so point towards this being something that was done on purpose. You catch what I'm saying here? I mean, if it's something that happened over the night, that's one thing. But if it's something that happened in that narrow little window, right when everyone was gone, right before trash gets picked up, right when Danny leaves for work, then I think that timing is just a little too odd. It's a little too convenient, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's a little too convenient. But if Danny holds all the answers, what are all the answers? Does Danny think he knows what happened, but doesn't know for sure? I really want to know what these answers are, but of course, we can't even trust that he really said that. We can't trust anything these people say because they're desperate right now. And I think that was proved yesterday when they came out on their front lawn and staged a counter protest and were doing all that nonsense. So they're getting desperate and they're willing to throw anything out there. But this Michael character, who's Michael, you ask? This Michael guy. He's been adamant on saying that Danny said that he holds all the answers. And I don't know. But I do think it's extremely likely that Danny knows something. I really don't believe that Danny knows nothing at all. You know, I believe that Danny has to know something. Danny's the one that turned away the babysitter. We don't know for sure who sent her that text. Okay? It could have been anybody. But from what the babysitter said, Danny looked her in her eyes and said they didn't want help looking for Quinton. Now, could that be because he was suspecting something of the babysitter? Because Leilani was putting that in his mind? Possibly. I think there's tons of possibilities here. You know what I mean? But I do think that Danny has to hold some type of information. He might not know exactly what happens. Maybe he doesn't know what happened at all. But Danny holds some pieces of this puzzle. There's no doubt about it. Like, he is one of the missing pieces of this puzzle. And I can't wait till we hear from him. And I feel like we will eventually. Someone's going to track him down. Something's going to happen. I know he ran off to North Carolina now. We'll see. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. And I'll talk to you all in the next video.